Yes, 2020. It has been quite an unusual year for board gaming here at Shelfside. We've had a couple of game nights before the whole virus thing hit. We've had a lot of play sessions over Tabletop Simulator, and then a whole lot of Kickstarter research. So, let's go ahead and delve into the most memorable parts of 2020. Let's go. My third best experience of the year has been War of the Ring. Yes. So those new to the channel might not know that I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I finally clamped down. I bought War of the Ring after some fans recommended it, and this game was worth all the rulebook shenanigans. But like seriously, this rulebook is like 48 pages? Yeah, it's like... So this rulebook is 47 pages and is written like a textbook. Not exactly the most fun to read. My first in-person playthrough of this game was less than ideal on paper. I fumbled so many rules and it took over 10 hours over multiple sessions. But this wasn't a big deal at all because I got to spend some quality one-on-one time with my aunt, a fellow Lord of the Rings fanatic.
I kept seeing you. I was like, well, wait a minute.
Like,
wait a minute.
oh, I can do something there, yeah.
I shouldn't have moved, maybe I should have moved this a little bit closer, you know? That's like any game, you know, you start playing it, you have to get in, to figure it out. Yeah.
Over the course of the hours and hours in Middle-earth, we were, more like I was, fangirling over all the awesome character interactions and abilities in this game. Like, there's Boromir, there's Gandalf the White, and there's Gandalf the Grey too. Like, if moving Merry and Pippin back to the Shire to defend against a Witch King invasion gets you giddy like second breakfast, I suggest you check out War of the Ring. Yeah, this game is really Lord of the Rings in a box and evokes all those strong fantasy emotions, whether Frodo wins the game for the good guys or Shadow sweeps over the land. Anyways, I want to play this game again and again, especially with some nice Lord of the Rings music in the background next time I play. This one was also by far the hardest review to write as of 2020 with the gargantuan rulebook and just a ton of positive elements overall to talk about. Now, the second best experience of 2020 was also something that you guys recommended to me. So after I reviewed Sky Tier, people were saying, oh, you should check out Guardians of Atlantis 2. And I finally got the chance to play it online and man, I was blown away with a fantastic first impression. Now, I do say online because keep in mind that Guardians of Atlantis 2 won't be coming out until summer of 2021, so sit tight for that. So I got the opportunity to play this online through Tabletopia with Daniel and a couple of my regular League of Legends friends, and it actually does feel like a MOBA. I know, it's crazy, right? A board game feeling like a MOBA. Everyone controls a single character, there's a jungle, and even gold from killing minions. And then there's a crazy amount of depth with the characters, the item buying, and feeding the enemy team gold to troll your friends. It's all in this game. It does have a bit of a Gloomhaven feel in all the right ways with the pre-programmed cards and hand management, but it's highly competitive and really does that team element justice. I would also list Guardians as the game that surprised me the most in 2020. I would also list it as my favorite digital experience of a board game in 2020. Yeah, really knocks off a lot of things for just one playthrough. Makes a very, very positive first impression. Can't wait to play this in person. Review coming to a Shelfside video soon. And the very best game I've played in 2020 is TI4, Twilight Imperium 4th Edition. Yes, this giant space opera game. Now, luckily, this is way back in January, which was really nice because I want to play this game in person. I don't want to play online because there's so many politics and cool moving pieces and 3D minis that you can't really replicate online, at least for me. Anyways, this was the very first time I got to play this with my roommate of 4 consecutive years from college. 4 years. That means back in freshman year in college when I met him, TI4 didn't even exist, and TI3 was the game that I was raving about. So he finally played it and loved it, and this definitely sealed the deal on this playthrough being absolutely awesome. Even though he did play the Dirty Sorrow race, but yeah, it's his first game. I forgive him, but man, these guys are annoying as hell. I played as a Sardek Nor for the first time to try it out. See, this is a race that has one really good military bonus, but not much else going for it, so they're generally considered a weak pick. But the politics worked so amazingly well here, as Daniel and I had this mutual agreement going on for much of the game. Basically, he was my neighbor and had a double Warsun death ball and just camped in Megatol Rex with a space dock there, and he left his entire home system empty. In exchange for him not attacking me, I agreed not to attack any of his empty spaces. So why the heck would Daniel do this, you may ask? Well, he was playing as the Embers of Muat, a faction that specializes in these Death Star Warsuns, so he decided to go all in on military. That way, he could get some guaranteed points by holding the center of the map and attack whoever the hell he wanted at any time. Okay guys, seriously, this isn't a strategy that would win him the game, but he sure as hell had a lot of fun.
Okay, well I guess I just used my strategy and spawned more ships for no reason.
Good. That's what I like to see.
And eventually, I got so far ahead on tech because of this. And when Sardak Nora gets military tech that goes with the racial bonus of +1 to all dice rolls, they get really strong in fights. So yeah, winning TI4 is always super memorable, and that playthrough of TI4 cemented it as my #2 game of all time, at least as of 2020, December 2020. And yeah, now there's an expansion, Prophecy of Kings, which is super duper hype. I'm gonna have to get my hands on that, and just gotta wait for it to be safe here in California so we can play in person. Yeah. 8-player TI4, anyone? 8 players? How long would that take? Okay, so those were all the positive experiences. So now we gotta get to the negative ones, the worst ones of 2020. But because we're not Debbie Downers here on this channel, we're just gonna do one negative one. And that's gonna be Riot Games' Tellstones. Ta-da! Yeah, this game was a letdown in basically all the ways except for the production quality, because you can't deny that this game looks great. Yeah, I mean, I thought they'd make a really cool 2-player game for people to get more into board gaming, and I was wrong. This game is just not that fun. It feels like a chore. Memorization is not really something that you want to spend a lot of brain power on, especially from my angle. The more I think about this game, the less I want to play it. That's a terrible sign. The only reason why I didn't rate it lower than a 3 out of 10 in our Tellstones review is because I think the 4 players is salvageable. But the 2 players, I would pay you not to play this game. That's how much I'm not a fan of Tellstones. Yeah, okay, well that's it for the negative experiences, the worst experiences of 2020. So yeah, that's it. No more negative.
That's too funny, dude. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. You're actually fucking...
I mean, Jack, don't tell me you've never wanted as a kid to just stand in place and spin around the playboard.
This dude... hurts so much.
Okay, we'll give him a good ab workout, dude. This is how Jack gets a 6-pack for girls.
Oh my god, it hurts.
Okay, and then some more notable things I want to bring up for 2020. The game I'm most curious to play again would have to be Guardians of Atlantis 2. Yeah, the character interactions are really cool, and there's a lot of depth for each character. It made a great first impression on me, okay? I want to play it again. My favorite party game played, and this was near the beginning of the year? Last Word. Yeah, this really simple, arguably troll word game is not going to get old for me for a very long time, and I suspect I'm probably going to make some of my own cards at some point, because it's just too fun. And the game I didn't play at all for 2020, but I want to try it at least once in 2021 is Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, I'm kind of scared that this game is going to continue to sit in my house and just not be played for a very long time. We'll see, maybe 2021 I can squeeze it in. Okay, so the ultimate question is, what was my favorite review to make in 2020? And this is gonna be... Throw Burrito. Yes, Throw Burrito, a freaking party game. See, the thing is that this game needed a lot of cool action shots, and those are really fun to make, plus editing all those slow-mo clips was really interesting. I guess also on top of that, the burritos we ate after filming this review were really good. As always, shout out to all our patrons. We got John S, Manuel G, Brian C, Clifford H, Aaron W, Max B, Boyra, Jeremy M, C, Charlie P, Quinton S, Sam S, Travis R, Alvin Y, Vomzy K, Ryan D, Jennifer L, Quacklope, Brett M, Matt G, Spinner Z, and fuck. As always, big shout out to all our patrons. We got John S, Manuel G, Brian C, Clifford H, Aaron W, Max B, Boyra, Jeremy M, C, Charlie P, Quinton S, Sam S, Travis R, Alvin Y, Vomzy K, Ryan D, Jennifer L, Quacklope, Brett M, Matt G, Peter Z, and Spinner71. And we got 2 Mad Lads of Cardboard. We got ZL and Jeff L. Thank you to all our wonderful patrons. We got our Patreon link in the description below, and if you want to grab War of the Ring or TI4 for some gaming of your own in 2021, we got a catalog of all our recommended games in the description below, so if you want to grab these, that might be the place to do it. Drop a like if you liked the video, and let me know what were your best and worst board game experiences of 2020. And I'll read all the comments. I always read all the comments anyways. Anyways, be sure to subscribe too. Bye-bye.